Hello creatives, and welcome to another video. So today, remember last time we talked about drawing cylinders in three-dimensional objects, and most of the time we find it difficult for artists, especially beginners, to draw circles in a three-dimensional way. So I'm just going to touch a bit of it today, which I also talked about it in the previous video, and it's just about observation and mastering how to draw right lines, especially when your hands are flexible and are free. And the major reason for you practicing every now and then is to have that eye and hand coordination, as well as the mind, so that you are focused on observing, and what you are going to draw come exactly as you have practiced. So let me just show you. Today I'm using marker pens, which will make it easier, make it very visible for you to actually observe. And I'm going to do it just freehand. So if you have an object like this and we want to draw a circle inside, so this is the first thing that we can observe. And another one that runs like this, so let's observe this one as a square. So as I said last time, when we divide an object into 4 parts like that, then each part we divide it into an arc. So observation says, as you see, there is a part E, the steepness of this part of this particular cuboid. This part is the steepest, so there is a way this curve or an arc has curved on this other side. Let's just compare it with this side and on the other side, so it looks more like an oval. Okay, so if you observe this space here, if you observe this space, if you observe this space, that's the effect of perspective, or the effect of if you see something on the side, may it be isometric perspective or the linear perspective method. Same to this one. If you observe like this, you make sure you watch the previous video so that you understand. So you make just a smooth arc as you continue. That will enable your eyes now to see. Okay, so you see how easy it is. So you observe also these spaces that are right here, just placing an arc over this after you have made it easier by dividing it into 4. You continue. After you have placed an arc over this end, you continue the same, and you observe also this space, and this space is almost the same, and this space and this space is almost the same. The one I've shaded right here. So depending on the effect of perspective, it will bring that result, and it bring it as a circle like that in three-dimensional way format. Now today's exercise is just about drawing using freehand, using shapes and forms. And the types of line that I talked about the other time is for you to practice. There are different kinds of line. For example, we have cross-hatching lines in right angle degrees, like these ones. I hope you're observing there very, very well. Then we have horizontal lines. These are horizontal lines like that. Depending on how you're drawing or how close you make them, it's up to you, but practice. Then we have circle lines like that, small circles. This one I prefer you doing the small circles, because it will enable you also to count in the details more often. Okay. Then we have a broken crosshatch method, like this one. So this one are broken crosshatch method. This like this. Do it as many times as you can. Then we also have broken lines, which we did last time. These are broken lines. Then we have vertical lines, rough vertical lines, to be specific. Then we have now cross hatch, which is in diagonal method, like this and like this. We also have stippling technique. You just put a lot of dots on the surface. This one is a stippling technique. Then we also have diagonal lines, which are quite simpler to do. They are just simple exercises that will help you out. Then we have another one you can practice. This is about value, how you control your pencil or your device for drawing. So this one you put a bit closer, it's going to be darker. Then the next shade you put a bit wider lines. Then the next one is more wider. So this one gives the value shade. This one is the darkest as you go to the lightest. Okay, then we have slanted broken lines like that. Then the next one, we have the wood effect. If you observe how woods are, there is a certain effect, the lines that are in there. So they form something like this one. So this is how natural objects may appear. For example, it's just the wood. It's the wood effect. They are not very definite lines, but if you observe roots really well, they have that effect. Then you have scribbles. Try small scribbles like that. Then you have alternating lines. I think we touched about this on the last video. Then we have varying width, lines that have varying widths, that are from the thickest to the lightest. Depends on how well you know how to draw lines. Then another one we have directional effect, like the Dandelion. The Dandelion effect. It looks something like this. These dotted lines coming from the center. They are emanating from the center. These are like if you want to draw the sun, you illustrate how the sun rays are. Something like that. Yeah. Then another one we have loose waves, like these ones. These are just loose waves. Then also we have scribbled zigzags. You draw randomly like that. Those are scribbled zigzag. Now let me show you how to draw shapes, or rather forms, in this way freehand, and also be doing adding textures to those forms, which is a bit again important. Okay, so let's start with the cuboid. You draw a cuboid like that, and then on this other side like this one. Then to add the particular effect that you want, so that is the wood effect, like the wood effect. That's just for the log of wood, let's say so. Then we have one for the cylinder. Cylinder may look something like that, and like this one. Then we add in the details. So there should not be very defined lines, just random, to bring the effect of a tree. These are like the drills, the drill lines. You can also have a trapezium, or any shape that you want. So these basic exercises will help you in terms of, if you want to draw anything, using shapes and form are the easiest way to work with. So just master drawing simple shapes, squares, rectangles, trapeziums, triangles, rectangles, a lot of them. And then after that, now you transform it to a three-dimensional format, which will now make you advance in drawing shapes, which at that point we call forms. And then after doing that, now you'll be able to see shapes and forms in objects and draw them as they are. So as I'm finalizing on this topic, so just anything is drawable, provided you master the basic fundamentals on drawing techniques, simple exercises that will help your mind grow and your hands be used to certain kinds of movements. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to draw using shapes and forms. So at this point, I think you've mastered how to draw using shapes, drawing shapes, that is, drawing basic shapes and forms. So there are these practice exercises on the screen. So you check them and practice them as oftenly as you can, as I've shown you in these videos. Okay. And then after that, now we can move on to drawing using shapes and forms, drawing objects using shapes and forms. So at that point, goodbye and have a nice time.